the dominoes. And
musical egg.
oh.
Maybe a little bit tighter.
Oh no!
Yep, I just roll back and forth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hit the chair. It's gonna work. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
So this is the very beginning of the entire causation machine. And it starts with a bowling ball, this bowling ball right here, at the top, slides down, it will break this, and this is a spur. This is a different machine, which I'm not going to explain right now. Comes here, goes down this ramp, and is deflected in this elbow, keeps going, hits this chair, which is barely holding this long bicycle chain around this wheel. So once the chain is dislodged, this weight will start the wheel turning, which pulls that long string all the way down there. And then when that gets all pulled up and tight, which is up around this pulley, it'll eventually pull that top shoe down, which kicks this, which comes around, which kicks this, which comes around, which kicks this, and eventually hits all these dominoes, which will come to this machine.
So the dominoes trigger the rad trap, which starts the record player. There's a match attached here, which will spin around and ignite on the matchbox there, and it'll light this on fire, which will become a wick, fuse, and that is a rocket of some kind, which will then...
Okay.
Oh, Karen?
Yes. Okay, so they're sparklers. I'm going to spray some liquid alcohol inside this rocket, and their sparklers are going to light the rocket on the rocket fuel. The thrust is going to come out a 1/4-inch hole in the thing, come up the wire, and hit the perfect hit sign, and then it's going to knock the little trophy guy on the other side down. And as the trophy guy falls, he's going to pull on the cord, and that cord will swing the mallet.
The mallet.
Now,
the mallet will hit the green ball that falls down the steps, ba-doom, 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 hits the ramp, curves around the path to the mousetrap.
And then the mousetrap goes off, and it makes the monkey go up, which releases the nail over here. And then the goose plays the piano.
okay, and then who's next in this lineup? Then,
And here we have a string coming from the piano, which will unbalance the tower, dropping the ball onto the soccer court, which will make a goal, run down the tube, and move on to the crossbow.
okay, and can you explain what happens here?
That.
Okay.
Trips the trigger, shoots the ball, hits the tennis racket, pulls the string.
The string pulls this end, which in turn pulls this end, comes around the bend, pulls out the stick. This piece falls, trips the mousetrap.
And then the mousetrap pulls on this string here, which pulls on the pulley, which is wrapped around the wheel. And there's a nice little magnet over here that makes it all nice and correctly tensioned. I can move it. And then it falls off, and that lets the whole thing spin. It spins for a while, and that's very chaotic. Eventually it comes to rest earlier or later across there, which releases this. And
Who can explain what happens here?
Well, the magnet gets attracted and gets released, and this unwinds, releases this weight, which will fall and hit this trophy, can set off a switch. This whole green pad is a switch, and that will trigger this leaf blower, which basically blows air along this set of tubes over to this inflatable triangle over here.
Okay. And can you explain what happens? We're doing a.
Yeah.
We've got all the way over here.
Okay.
So this inflates.
This inflates, and this weight falls. This lever tips, and it's going to lift this candle to ignite this fuse, to explode the firecracker, which pops this up, and it'll fall down, and it'll pull this lever, and that'll fall down into the bucket.
Okay, now we're going to assume that once this goes down, it activates a pressure, which will turn on the fan, which will then push this down onto this, which will then activate this.
Okay.
And once this is pressed right here, this switch will turn on this little blower. The blower will fill up this garbage bag and inflate it, and
that will raise this board, which will knock over that board, which will knock off that board, which will cause the spool of wire to roll down the ramp into the bucket, to pull down the pulley to flush the toilet.
Yay!
Fire extinguisher!
Nice.
Yes! Yeah, baby!
Oh,
Go! Come on!
Yay!
Now the rockets just